Hi everyone. Today's episode is going to be about my story. You know, a lot of people who heard my episodes said that it was great, but 80% of the feedback was that we didn't hear much about you. We'd love to hear about you and we want to imagine and connect with the person behind this voice that we are hearing. So here we are. Honestly, the idea of this podcast was born during the stillness of the pandemic. I had two really small babies. My daughter was just a little over 2 years and my son was 1 year old. I couldn't get back to my Bharatnatyam because the lockdown and these two little munchkins, they took up my whole day and almost all my energy. But I really wanted to be productive and I wanted to keep my artsy side alive. I had come across some social media posts where foreigners were playing tabla and there was an Argentinian girl who had learned Bharatnatyam and now she had become a performer. She was in fact performing at prominent venues across America. So one night over dinner with my husband, I had the epiphany. I'd like to talk about how Indian arts are so popular among foreigners. Through those 2-3 episodes that I launched that time, I realized that interviewing these people would be more interesting rather than just talking about them and spreading word about their talent. Unfortunately though, this did not materialize further. 5 years later, a very difficult move to a new city and still a very involved and attached mom, I was sitting at work one day and I just decided to revive this podcast. Now, if you haven't guessed already, I'm pretty talkative. I enjoy talking to anyone and everyone, and generally I'm quite interested to know about people's work and about their life. I was also coming from a place where I needed to find my ground in terms of work. I have a degree in international business, in journalism, and in Bharatnatyam dance. So at the age of 20, I remember my dad had asked me, which career path do I wish to choose? At that time, I chose journalism. But now 15 years later, I have my feet in all three places all over again. But this time, I feel I'm better at juggling all of it. Well, I guess being a mom of two and having a husband who's obviously the biggest baby in the house, you just become a master at juggling. But anyway, coming back to Creative Spotlight, I'd love to connect with people who have a creative streak in them. In this age of excessive social media, we have so much art everywhere. But how much do we know about the artist behind this? Where does this artist come from? What's the childhood story like? What were the struggles like? Even things like what's their favorite food? Just like how many people came and told me that they wanted to know about me and they just wanted to relate with me, I also actually want to know the real person who's behind that intricate painting I saw, or behind that crisp, effortless dancing on stage, or the person behind that enigmatic singing, or even the person behind a beautifully woven book. I mean, ultimately, we are all people at the end of the day. So I want to know the quirks, the dreams, how they are on a Sunday. What do they do to get their inspiration? I'd love to hear the story of the real person. That's why I came up with this. I mean, we have so many places where we can view and appreciate arts of all kinds. But what about the creative mind behind that place? You will hear about that on my show. This is a place where I wish to archive these artists. That's the essence of Creative Spotlight. Subscribe so you are genuinely introduced to this vast world of creativity and feel connected, inspired, or simply just take back a feel-good spirit. So that's me, Chandni. I hope you enjoyed listening to my story. I'll be back with an artist very soon for all of you. Take care. Bye-bye.